Today we have Francesco Andreoli, Head of Developer Community at MetaMask. Hey everyone, pumped to have you tune in here. Matt Zayab here from CryptoNews.com. We are live at the Cypher Capital event in the beautiful Dubai arena. Still a little bit floody today, but we do have some sun and we do have a pretty good turnout. And today we have Francesco Andreoli, Head of Developer Community at MetaMask. Pumped to have you here, mate. Let's jump right into it. MetaMask is the best. Everyone in crypto and Web3 loves MetaMask. We all have that orange little fox on our browsers, on our phones. What is new and what is good with MetaMask present day?
Look, man, Matt, what's up? I'm good. Thanks for having you here. We're super excited. Floody token is happening, and during this builder day, we're doing a bunch of workshops, right? But for really like showing what we are doing, what sales are we doing, and we're a bunch of things that got shipped that we are shipping both for user and developers. Obviously, like we're super excited about snaps. You know, a lot of like snaps adoption is happening, especially on different levels. MetaMask portfolio is also having a lot of like interesting feature being added. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the auto drop feature that basically automates like this airdrop feature that you can see like what's going on, and then a bunch of other things like on the staking side, on MetaMask institutional for everybody from institutional hearing that. And I would say like most interesting part around what's happening is all this kind of like on-ramp happening. Like I think we will touch on that later, but that's super exciting. And snaps are definitely something being quite hyped lately, especially on the developer and user side. And for everybody here, like if you wanna connect with Solana, connect with BTC, and start doing those transactions there on EVM, that's a good way also to start there, right?
I love that. Speaking of onboarding, MetaMask is crucial in onboarding, being normies as we like.
Oh, yes.
Into Web3. When you jump into Web3, you are most likely going to get a Web3 wallet, most likely MetaMask. How are you and the team working, moving and grooving to continue to onboard new users to Web3?
Yes, I mean, that's a good question, right? Like, I think like I would also on different levels. There is different, like a big advocacy being done, like from not just the MetaMask, but also the consensus team overall. We're a big team. But I think not just conference, not IRL event, but everything that has to do with advocacy, onboarding more users, and a different level on the journey. We are trying to always like advocate that MetaMask is your first door to everything Web3.
Yeah.
So anything that you want to do on the DeFi side, on the NFC side, you want to start to build things, you want to start to transact, and we're trying to make it easier and more convenient for people. That's why also like extending the functionality through MetaMask apps for all the users out there, having this permissionless innovation for developers is key, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody has different needs. Every user will come from different background and they want to interact on different ways on their MetaMask, right? So that's why we're looking really forward on having personalized journeys and onboard different users with their different needs.
Well said. We'll keep building on the onboarding link here. You guys have signed some massive partnerships, Revolut, blockchain.com, Robinhood. We all know Robinhood, of course. Tell us a little bit more about these partnerships and why they're so important to you,
yes,
the MAS team.
I think, Web3 is all about, collaboration. I think it's extremely important having different way to onboard and offboard like users and developers, obviously. So we need to be active where the ecosystem is. We need to try to reach the user everywhere and wherever they want to be, and try to be flexible on that side. That's why I think like those partnership and more with Commons on the on-ramp side, we're super excited about that. And I think this is also like a step forward to user adoption.
We spoke a lot about the consumer aspect of MetaMask and Web3. We can't forget the devs. The devs like you are the oil, the machine. It makes the wheel go round. It's the engine. How can the devs tuning into this interview, how can the devs contribute to the Web3 ecosystem?
Look, like that's a really good question, right? And we're getting asked a lot. So it's not just, for devs out there, like creating a PR, right? I think like on the MetaMask side, obviously like anything that you're building consists the deep umbrella. Right now we have, not just MetaMask, you have Linea, you can deploy your dApps on Linea, it's the ZK EVM rollup. But most important, like everything MetaMask developer related, you have different verticals. You have your MetaMask SDK, not only if you're a game developer, but if you want to do different things, but also like snaps, right? Anybody today can build any snaps. So I think that's also like need to be clear, right? And I think that's also like why it's super interesting to understand that not just in a hackathon, not just in the community, people like we really try to enable this permissionless innovation. Every time that anybody's coming with, hey, can we integrate this natively? Like our answer is always like, if you're building a Snap, you are enabling this extendable wallet of yours, right? And you have access to this amount of users that MetaMask has today, right? And I think like this is how you want to contribute today. If you're like, you want to onboard easier like users, you want to definitely like check out the MetaMask SDK that they were building, not just for game developers, for everybody that want to build more a seamless integration. But yeah, Snaps is definitely like a good way to go to build different use cases. Right now, there are these three main use cases, right? You have interoperability. So anything that is non-EVM compatible, you're able to build a Snap on it. So from like Cosmos to like BTC to like Solana. And then you have like all the push notification. Then you have security snaps. They are also super important. They are flagging up if you are interacting with like a malicious contract or not. So that's how you want to contribute. And then most important, reach out. We try to be like very on the ground, reach out developers, not just in hackathon, through also like virtual events, and make sure you're contributing, code, content, and reach out to say hi. I think like we're definitely like being very accessible, especially for different feedback and ask. And it's just exciting, Token with the flood, we are here, right? How do we stand the ground?
Francesco, appreciate you coming on. Before we let you go, the question that everyone wants to know, when MetaMask token is?
What's up, Matt? So yeah, I want to say when is that? This is probably a question that we get like every day. There is no, obviously, like we can't answer that, right? But it is definitely a lot of like exciting things coming up, not just on the on-ramp, but also like on the ecosystem side. And we're very excited. Yeah, what's definitely what's coming. And obviously, like I hope to see you guys in the next events, next hackathon. And thanks so much for the interview today.
100%. Francesco, appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cheers. That was great.
Cheers.
Well done.